Hello! Okay, so here's a top tip that should be fairly obvious. If you want to do a vlog, a daily thing, and I haven't actually tweeted the last couple out, so we'll see what happens. Because I realise constantly tweeting it might actually be annoying to people, but I'm still making them. But if you want to do the daily vlog, and you've had people, you've been at work all day, and then you've, get home and you want to rest for a little bit, and then you want to make dinner, and then you've got a guest coming around, and that's fair enough. But then you want to vlog. Don't download a new game, because you will sit there playing the new game and suddenly realize, oh, I haven't done the daily vlog. Again, it's like 20 to midnight, so technically it's still today. But yeah, so late again. Well, I don't know if okay. So went to work today. That was nice, hot day, and got a tiny bit of rain, but otherwise it was, a warm day. And so that was that. That worked well. And then that's just a bunny today. And then obviously Adam came around and hanging out. I don't know if I'm working tomorrow because I didn't get a call to say, can you work tomorrow? And I've told my bosses I can work tomorrow, in fact all week, and they it hasn't got back to me yet. Now it is sometimes the case where I get a call in the morning and like, oh, can you do the shift? I'm like, yes, but you could have told me that yesterday so I could have been ready for it. Sadly, one of the well, not tragically, but she's done her back. Like, apparently it's been dodgy for a while, but now it's like actually need to do something about it, and then apparently they've been doing it either this morning or tomorrow morning, but either way she's gonna be out for a couple of weeks. And I was like, maybe I'll get more hours, and they were like, maybe, and they haven't confirmed it yet, so I don't know what's going on. So I wish her well, absolutely, I wish her well, but if it gets me more hours. Anyway, so that's my day. This is my book. My book with questions. Excuse me, I was going to make a cup of tea. That's another reason I haven't made it straight away. I thought, okay, Adam's gone, sort the bedroom out, and then, have a cup of tea. And do it civilised. Nah, so just water. Really. I did boil the kettle and get the mug ready, but haven't done it yet, so. See what today's question is. No, I don't know why I did that. Okay, are you a night owl or do you go to bed early? What's the latest you've ever stayed up? Yes. Okay, on average, I intend to get to bed about 1 or 2 o'clock. Last night was 1 o'clock. Lately, a late night for me has been maybe 4 or 5 in the morning. Usually, like last time I did that was a couple of days ago, excuse me, and that was literally because I was doing jack shit and I was kind of playing some crap on my computer, and it was like, even once I'd put the computer away and done everything else, it was like, oh, still like another hour just sorting shit out, because sometimes it takes too long to sort stuff out. And yes, I'm swearing more in this episode, sorry. And that was, excuse me, that was a kind of a rarity to do it that way. Sometimes 4 or 5, depending on, and it's usually because I'm staying up late to watch, drinking through the movies live, because I like watching Aaron getting drunk watching movies, and I enjoy being there live because you get to join in the chat, and it's usually the same people. There's kind of much the same people in the Discord right now. Not my Discord. Aaron started a Discord, so yeah. So it's people that I've kind of gotten to know, and occasionally we get a new person or a new random person come along, and that's all right. They're usually pretty friendly because they're a fan of Aaron, so they're going to be pretty groovy. So yeah, the late, like the 4 or 5 o'clocks has usually been up late to watch for a specific reason, or like if we're doing a gaming session. However, usually I know in advance that's happening, so I will make sure to get at least 2 or 3 hours sleep, or try and get some kind of nap. I don't nap very well, but I do try and sort of zed out on the sofa, or just lay down for a little bit before doing that. So yes, I can stay up that late, but normally I have to sort of prepare myself. Otherwise I'll be like, hey! Which is interesting, because they do say that being super tired is pretty much the same as being pretty kind of drunk. And I've been super tired and I've been drunk. And not quite the same, but if they're talking about where your brain just goes, nope, 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 we're not bothering anymore. We need sleep. If you want to keep walking around like a zombie, that's fine. But you ain't getting any functionality up here. But yeah, so I have done that. The actually latest I have ever stayed up is I haven't gone to bed. I have, for different reasons, well, different occasions, pulled all-nighters, and I've not done it for a long time. Because I'm not as young as I used to be. But the first time I did it, I was travelling late back from somewhere, and I was kind of unnecessarily in the end, because I got the last train back and I just thought, you know what, I won't bother going. I'm up late. This is before I started staying up, you know, stupid late anyway. I was like, I'm up late enough anyway, I'm just gonna stay up and just not worry about it. That didn't do me very good. There have been times when I've, especially back in the Eddie forum days, so Eddie's official website no longer has a board anymore, which is kind of a shame. But I understand why they would have got rid of it. But it was called Blabber, and there was a couple of different rooms. There was like a spoiler room and an over 18 room and a sort of general room. The spoiler room was because the website itself was initially created and became most active during the Sexy Tour, and so not because it was a world tour and everyone wanted to see it at once. In fact, England pretty much got it last. So it was, yeah, there was a room where you could go in and discuss the spoilers for the show specifically, but then you can go into the other general rooms and we discuss Eddie, and there would be groups that would talk about just whatever was on their mind, how life was and all this stuff. It was really groovy. Overall, it was a pretty groovy group. There was the few subsets where people sort of didn't like each other, because it was pretty much 24-hour because of the being an international, being a website, being an international tour. There'd always be someone on it, and that's kind of where the groups came, because you'd have the England crew, the America crew, the Australian crew, whoever it was, there'd be kind of a crew of people that would be on at the same time as each other, so they'd sort of have more active chats than, say, me coming on later on and sort of catching up with the chats. But it got to the point sometimes, and this is when I was working at the nightclub anyway, so that might have been where I developed my 2 o'clock habit, actually, because even though I haven't worked at the nightclub for years, that was where it was. And sometimes at the restaurant as well, I'd have late night finishes and that. So yeah, that's probably where I've developed my sort of bad 2 o'clock-ish habit. Although I might get it late tonight, I'm quite tired. So yeah, there'll be nights on the forum, either actually on the forum or sometimes just chatting. This is back when I had Messenger, like MSN or Yahoo, or whichever it was. I think I had both at one point, depending on who I was talking to. So I think there was one night where I was probably doing something on the forum or chatting on the forum and chatting to this person. I think I was it might have even been audio chatting, so I might have just been playing a game or something whilst chatting to her. I hope she's well. I haven't seen her for a while either. And yeah, and then it was I kind of noticed the time. This is, like I said, this is where I was working at the nightclub anyway. And it was you know what, it's not worth going to bed now. And himself came home and he was like, what are you doing? If you up early? Nope, not been to bed yet. I think that was one of the nights I may have had some alcohol as well. In fact, if it was a night I was up late talking to Gray, then I didn't constitute that as drinking alone, because I was talking to someone. And fun fact, when I'm drunk, I'm also a little rambunctious. Not depending on how much I've had and how, what type. But yes, I've been known to get a little bit frisky when there's whiskey. Or any alcohol, but yes, so I ended up pulling an all-nighter And then when Christopher, you know, when he himself came home, I was like, why are you still up? Waiting for you, darling. And the thing was, I think Gray was still online. I was like, should I log off? And so we, you know, stuff happening. I think Gray logged off eventually, but yeah, so that was, we ended up doing, you know, doing things that consenting adults do when they live together, and you've been up all night. So yes, I'm definitely a night owl, and on average, a late night for me is now about 2 o'clock, or a late night will be 4 or 5, depending on, usually because there'll be a reason for it. But technically, the latest I've ever been to bed is I haven't been to bed. I just stayed up. So the next night is the latest I've stayed up. But yeah, there you go. There's my my late night exploits. I still haven't found my bit of paper that says you can follow me on Twitter, but you can follow me on Twitter. Oh, excuse me. Copyright. There you go. I don't think he'll mind. It's an independent gamer. But yes, you can follow me on Twitter. That'll be groovy. And speaking of groovy, thank you for watching, especially if you've got all the way to the end, because this has been a particularly rambly one because I am tired. I'm still going to have that cup of tea though. But anyway, thanks for watching. I've been Michelle and you've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow.